In this design of the windmill that I'm going to show you, I've again come back to Victor Sahlberg's book because he explains it extremely well. We've got the two forces. So I want you to imagine this is the wind going up, this is the female, and this is the male, the wind coming down. So when you look at the windmill that we're making, now this part here is made out of corrugated iron. So in actual fact, we bring the force of the wind up, like we did on the female. Then when it gets up the top, back up here, we bring it back down on this one here to come down on the bottom. So you're bringing it up, you're actually bringing the wind up, twisting it, and then bringing it back down to force it around. So that spins the thing around. So you've got one on one side, the female on this side, and the male on the outside there. Now, the beauty of this is it's so easy to make because they can be just stamped out at any local workshop out of corrugated iron. You can make them any size you like. Now, they're also designed they also go, I use them on the boat, the barge that I made. Now, these are actually what I allow the tidal flow to go through on the barge, because I lift it up one side and I bring it down the other side to hit the thing there. So I actually use a left and a right one of these, which you can turn these around and make them either spin on the left way or spin on the right way. So they spin different ways to when the tide comes in and out. So you've got a left and a right when the tide comes in and out. So, but these fellas here, now if we want to place them in the paddock, virtually all we've got to use is that, which is a dog curl, which we screw into the ground with a like so. This allows us to screw it in the ground with a Kato, and then we can drop the top of the what I call the fairy tree in there. That'll blow around. At the same time, as you can see, we create shade, which is where they actually act as synthetic trees. You can see they're going to shade the ground when the sun comes in, at what angles the sun comes in, until like in the spiral farming where we can't grow trees because of the harsh conditions that we need to slow the wind down. This allows us to be able to grow trees later on and put the young trees in, because we can put spirals of these in that'll actually produce electricity, and at the same time act as trees there to slow the wind down and shade the ground, which is going to be very important as the temperatures heat up and the soil gets too much. So virtually all you got to do is just screw it in the ground like so, drop that on, and then when you want to remove the machine, all you got to do is go and screw her out. Now, there's a lot of soil that we can put this in, the deep sandy soils and the black flat soils of the Darling Downs and all that, where we can't grow trees. So that's virtually how we have these, what I call the little fairy tree. Because as you can see, if you've ever gone to a show, there's your fairy tree, there's your little windmill, and virtually all we've done is put it on its side and utilise it there. And these fellas here, the dog sat on it, didn't help it much, but these are actually spaced a third in each time as they go round, so that we get the right variation of the wind. Like you'll find when you have a look at a tree, that virtually the branches on a tree go up like so, and they're about a third as they go up all the way around. And that's the fairy trees.